Morning, everybody. What's up? What's up? Got some stuff to pack, quite a bit of stuff over the weekend. Hopefully you all had a good weekend. I'm going to try to get Instagram in here this morning if I can. Oh, it might work. It might work. Go live. All right. Welcome in. Going to be going over lots of stuff, including a lot of Poshmark. Oh my gosh. The best weekend by far I've ever had on Poshmark, which comes at a little bit too soon of a time because I just ordered all the new ground packing material from USPS. If you guys don't know, you're on Poshmark. They changed it all from priority to USPS, but you can still get the free shipping supplies. I haven't gotten them yet. So all my stuff is going to go in my own packages. That's okay. First world problems, I'll take the sales. That's the most important thing. But welcome in. Sold, I think, around 17 or 18 on eBay, 16 on Poshmark, which is crazy for me. 3 on Mercari, 3 on Depop. So really good weekend across all platforms. As I always say and stress, you need a cross list. I don't care what cross list do whatever cross list you use. But you need cross list. 16 extra sales on Poshmark, 3 on Mercari, 3 on Depop. There are people that I talk to who are afraid to cross list, just like how I was. They don't want too much. 16 extra sales on Poshmark. Like, there are people that say, Nifty's too much money. Nifty's too much money. I don't want to pay for Nifty. It's too much money. Literally made Nifty on Depop this weekend. 45, 17, 65. The rest, free. So if you're not cross-listing, what are you doing is my question. And I will put a link to a free trial for the best cross-lister Nifty in the link. What is up, Pam? Pam, whenever I see Pam, I'm always thinking of, is it Step Brothers? Yeah, we're like, Pam. Pam, what's up, Pam? All right, let's get into it. Want to get some of these little smaller platforms out of the way. Mercari, Depop. How are the sales this weekend? Thumbs up, thumbs down, good, bad. What's selling for you? That sort of thing. I can tell you right now, a little bit of spring and summer, but mostly fall and winter type of items are selling for me, which is no surprise. I'm getting deep into my bins from last winter and last fall, and those things are selling. Good morning from Calhoun. Pam, I didn't need to give you a shout out. There you go. What's up, Pam? Faith from Calhoun, Bucky's. I'll be at Bucky's December 26th. December 26th, I'll be at Calhoun Bucky's, probably. Or a Bucky's. Nifty is the bomb. It is the bomb. It's such a no-brainer. It's such a no-brainer. Literally get on here and tell you guys things, and it's a no-brainer. If this can't tell you enough why you shouldn't be doing, you need to be doing it. Nifty is a $3 bills per day. And it's almost the most expensive plan, which was what I have. Can't be afraid to grow your business. The price of a McChicken a day. Exactly. Actually, it's probably less than a McChicken a day, but for sure. I mean, it's the price of an energy drink a day. I know. I'm back. I got back on the energy drinks. Relapse on the energy drinks. But yeah, come on, guys. Come on. If you're rewatching this and you're one of the people that messaged me like, oh, it's too expensive, that's fine. Do that. But if you want to make more money and you're listing consistently, that's what you need to be doing. Good evening. If you want, you can increase your sales by running Instagram ads in digital live. Got you. Good morning, Jay Boogie. What's up, Boogie? Heather, good morning. It is fall. All your fall stuff selling for you guys. Had a good weekend, listed 2 items and sold in 15 minutes. You cannot beat that. Must have been good items at good prices. Faith knows. She's always in here. Happy Monday. Had a ton of sales, lots of shoes and long sleeve shirts. Similarly here. And it was really hot, at least where I was living. It's going to be chillier this week. So it's exciting. It's exciting. This is the time of year where your average sale price goes up. If you're new to reselling, you're going to be selling a lot of those jackets, jeans, all that sort of stuff. Prices go up. But I definitely sold a multitude of items. Like, you're going to see, I sold scrubs and ties and golf head covers and jackets and shorts and everything. Going well in Wyoming. Oh, I want to come to Wyoming. 25 sales on eBay. Killing. That's good. Piece of scrap. 25 sales on eBay. I think I need to go over there and do my promoted. I think my promoted thing's messed up a little bit. What's up, Coffee? Good morning. Let's get into some sales. Okay. Let's do, what is this? What is this one? Mercari. So if you weren't around on Friday, I did a live me taking photos photography station, and I did list a couple things live, and then I listed the rest of that stuff over the weekend. And you remember, I'm like, should I put this in this Patagonia I got from the bin? Should I put this in my whatnot or not? And I'm like, I already took pictures. I'll just list it. It's a women's Patagonia, and it's got that little R on there, which brings more money, like refractor or something like that, whatever it is. Just make sure you put it in the title. This sold for $40 over the weekend on Poshmark, or on Depop. No, Mercari. Sold on Mercari for $40. Got this at the bins for less than $1. So I am going to start racking stuff up for a whatnot. So probably maybe later this week I'll do a whatnot. It's going to have almost all women's, some kids stuff, and I think I'm going to put in some really nice blazers, like 100% cashmere, something like that. What's up, Tams, over on IG? What's up, Tams? So yeah, that's a good sale. My Mercari has the itty bitty little, but they still scan. So don't at me with it. Don't at me with it. What's up, man? Had a great weekend of sales. That's what I like to hear. I feel like last week when I came on, it might have been Monday, I felt like we had a lot of people saying the weekend weren't good, all that. We need to not take this week for granted. You know, we had good sales, ebbs and flows, right? So makes up for last weekend if our sales weren't great. Went in from California after a 4.3 earthquake woke you up. That is not something to laugh about, but I'm glad you're okay. Yeah, I couldn't imagine just hanging around and feeling my house shake. Yeah, California. Crazy. I can't thank you enough for sending me to Nifty. Game changer. You're welcome, Brandy. I'm just trying to preach. I'm just trying to preach. It'll make you more sales. And I'll go along. I don't know how many sales came from like sending out offers or whatever, but it's so easy. I was cross-listing from my iPad in the garage the other day. I was making that video. You guys probably saw that short. So easy. Good morning, good people. It was Vans slip on weekend. 7 pairs going out the door. Vans. Jaden selling the Vans. I don't pick up Vans, but they price our shoes higher here. They used to be, our shoes were $1.99 for sandals, $4.99 for shoes, $7.99 for boots. For forever, across the board, no matter what. And then they priced everything all over the place. It's junk. 14 sales, all $20 to $85, Ralph Black. That's good. I wouldn't say that's bread and butter. That's mostly pretty good sales. What's up, Amy D? Amy D, 1 box, and I chose it just for you. I upgraded to priority because it's like $1 more. I also do lives on whatnot, and I sold almost 800 items in 4 days. I can hardly move, but that's what I get for being in my 50s and starting this 3 months ago. You know what, though? It's okay. You made all that over the weekend. You can chill, relax, do some stretching. That always helps. Mute that. Yeah, that's what you need to do. But good job with the whatnot. Yeah, whatnot is quick money. If you want to get rid of stuff, make sure it's, decent stuff that people will buy. You don't want to just throw junk, but that's good. It sounds like you have an audience, too. Wait for the snow in Wyoming. Yeah, we're talking about going out west next summer, but I don't know if we're going to do that because we're actually enclosing our porch. We have a screened-in porch on the back of our house, and we just signed paperwork to enclose it. So that's probably going to take away from like everything other than the vacations we already have planned. It's like a space we really need. I think I'll work out there a ton. Problem is it's screened in. It's always dirty with pollen and everything. So we're just having it glassed in with screens. Good decision not to pull that in whatnot. Congrats. I would have been fine doing it though, even if I would have made less. But yeah, I already took those pictures and it sold really quickly. We knew it would have. All the stuff I put in whatnot will sell more on eBay. I just don't like listing women's clothing. Oh, here we go, Nick. Nick's going to put us all to shame. 49 sales on eBay. Crazy. 13 on Posh. Beat you on Poshmark, Nick. Where you at? 4 on Depop. You beat me there. 3 on Mercari. Beat you there. 19 extra sales to cross list. over 3 days. Nifty cost me $9. Yeah, Nick's a huge component of Nifty. Nick, you got to post that picture in our Facebook group today. It's like a weekly ritual for you. It's crazy. Nowhere in Cali are you? Oh no, I'm not in California. I'm not in California. I'm in Indiana. I know. I have a Hawaii flag and my surf guy back here and all that sort of stuff. It's a love for the beach. It's love for the beach, baby. Let's go. How much do you send offers for? 10%. So on Nifty, I do 10% offers across all platforms. So bam. Yeah, on Nifty, which you guys on Instagram can't see it. I send 10% offers on Poshmark, on eBay, Mercari, and Depop. 10% offers. That's why I'm doing all those. Yeah, nice work, Nick. Everyone, nice work, Nick. Good morning. Happy morning, Susie. Priority box. That's special. I know. It's the long one, too. I'm waiting for my ground advantage stuff to come in. I cannot wait, especially when I sell 16 items on Poshmark. Like, come on. You guys know I'm selling like 3 or 4 a weekend. Whatever. That's fine. I'd rather have the sales. Use my own bags. I only grab the vans from the bins or yard sales. Make like 30, 35. Yeah, worth it for sure. Anything you can buy for $1 or $2 and sell for 30, I do that all day long. Especially if you don't have to clean those vans, you can just take photos of them. But those shoe cleaners are really good. I forget what they're called, but those shoe cleaners are so good on Vans and Converse. Good morning, happy day, Susie. I'm in Indiana, about 30 miles away from you. You probably don't know by the account name, but I've seen your messages in the past. Brandy, where do you live? 30 minutes away from me. Good morning from Round Oak, Georgia. What's up, Georgia? We go through Georgia so often. There are a lot of things I think about in Georgia, but the Falcons got destroyed yesterday, by the way. They threw a goose egg out there. Not good. Atlanta Falcons. Good morning, slow sales for me, Sophia. But staying positive, that's what we like to do. It's my fault. I took 4 days off. I needed a break. I have a full-time job, and this stress is getting me. Yeah, for sure. Again, mental health is more important. Take that break. And you know what? A lot of times when you take a step away, you feel like I'm more energized and I want to make money and I'm going to list more today and I'm going to take more photos today. Sometimes I feel that way, especially after vacation. Maybe it's the guilt factor. That's all right. Slow sales, it happens. Posh exploded for you too. Yeah, Posh exploded. Good morning. Good morning, duckies. What's up, Gin Duckies? Good morning. And now I know I'm not on TikTok. There's so much drama over on TikTok right now. I don't even know. I just don't do TikTok as much. Ever since they've done TikTok Shop, it's like all TikTok pushes and stuff. I just don't have time. I love our community here too. You going to climate control new room? You going to climate control the new room? No. So it's kind of going to be a 3 seasons room. We're gonna glass it all in, and it's gonna have screens. And we have electricity out there, so I could put a space heater, but no, it's going to be more of like a three season room type of deal. And I don't need to be out there in the winter, but definitely I got to enjoy the fall, spring, and summer out there. I'm just not doing it. It's a 12 by 12 by 12 room that you got to be able to enjoy. It's wasted space. Indiana here, also about 30 minutes from you. Where in Indiana? I'm trying to come up with some Facebook group posts that are more helpful than just packing blasts. No, Nick, but that gets people like motivated. Like, wow, what are you doing? What are you selling? I mean, I see what people are asking. It's motivation. It's not bragging. You know that. It's like everyone in that group congratulates. Everyone's saying like, good job. Has anyone received their Ground Advantage shipping supplies yet? I have talked to a couple people that have, and they're like, oh, I got half as much as what I ordered. But I called them on Friday. It was a 20-minute wait time. I could order whatever I want, how much of ever I want. Gave them my Poshmark ID, gave them my address, and they said, great, we'll ship it to you. Expect 5 to 7 days. The ground advantage Wilds are taking a while. Has anyone gotten them? All right, so let's see. Has anyone got them? Go Colts. I know. 3-0. Let's go, Colts. 3-0. By the way, if you guys see K-Way later today, if he goes live, make sure you talk about how the Colts beat the Titans. As you know, he's a Titans fan. They're 0-3. We're 3-0. And ever since I've known K-Way, I'm 5-0 against them. The Colts are 5-0 against the Titans. And he's going to come up with an excuse because that's all he does. Excuses. $1 to $2 bin fines and 11 to 15 change a lot of people's businesses who are struggling. I agree, Nick. There are a lot of businesses just built on that, making way more than I make and a lot of us make. Also, there's people I know in town that buy things for $4 and sell them for $15 and $16 and $17 and $18, and they make just the volume. If you just sell the same stuff, sell similar, take photos, sell similar, you can list so much. You just have to, do it. Like pretend like it's a real job. Act like it's a real job. We just built our dream house in Georgia. There you go. That's what we like to hear. Dream house. Yeah, we love our house. We're not going to move. We love our neighborhood. There's no way. We couldn't afford to move. We couldn't move into this house. You guys, everyone knows everything's so expensive. I don't want 3 sales this weekend. Want to donate the cost behind you or the coat behind you to help you out, brother? No, I cannot donate that coat, even though the sleeve is stuck in the door. I cannot. That coat's never going to be for sale. My buddy gave it to me. It's like a $500 coat. I'm not selling it. Can't do it. The Falcons were falconing big time this weekend. I know. And their quarterback, Junior Penix, I think he went to IU, and IU smoked Illinois this weekend. They're 3-0, which IU's like an hour south from me. There you guys go. Talking. I don't do TikTok any much. Yeah, you remember back in the day, you're an OG. Like, it was fun and positive, and then all of a sudden, it's just everything's kind of drama right now with the politics and Charlie Kirk and the news sources and this flipping and that flipping. I've had enough of it. I don't even. I mean, I have my beliefs and stuff, but we're talking about reselling here. People get away from that sort of thing to talk about reselling to make money. I'm not going down that road. Hitting thrifts in Minnesota. Oh, excited for a road trip down south, Brittany. Hitting MD, Virginia. So Maryland, is that Maryland? Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. Got to get the rest of my pants that I have in my death pile listed. That'd be fun. I love to do the Carolinas because there's some money down there. There is some money down there. Jack or Jackie, what's up? You have. Don't come to Virginia Beach. Our thrift stores suck. Cookie's either saying that because there's good stuff there or they do suck. I love your packing videos. Thanks. Yeah. Hopefully we learned some stuff. Always Monday mornings. They're long. We talk about things. Lots of messages. Love the community. That's why I like coming on here. Shoot, I just renewed my Restream this morning. Restream is $400 and something, so I can multi-stream on multi-platforms. But again, I can write that off at the end of the year because it's a business expense. But yeah, that one hurt this morning. But it's enough. I like doing it. I price my items higher with the intention of running sale events and accepting offers. Do you think that hurts my visibility? What's up, Drew Keller? No. I think, Drew, whatever works for your business. There are so many ways people make money. You watch all these people on social media, on YouTube. I'm mostly on YouTube watching people. People do businesses so many different ways. And if that's what you want to do, there's a whole group of people out there that love seeing the word sale. Just sale. Even if the prices are higher, sale. 20% off, 25% off. That's why all the stores, like right now, you're going to have a sale and it ends at the end of this month. And then guess what? October 1st, another sale. It's going to be the same discount. But it's people love sales. So you might get people that, and my stuff might be cheaper, but because your sales sell, you might get those people. There's Angry Otter. What's up? I think I'm going to move to Georgia next year. It's such a different atmosphere than Illinois. Are you serious? You think you might, Nick? Move to Georgia? Move to somewhere where there's a lot of golf stuff. Out of Chicago, Nick. Out of Chicago. That's a big deal. We talked about actually our neighbors on Saturday night. Went to our neighbors for dinner, and they live in Chicago. her sister and her boyfriend live in Chicago, right next to John Hancock Center. And we talked about Chicago, and she lives right there where the Louis Vuitton, those cars rammed into it and stole, and Rolex was right around the corner, and how the water tower's gone downhill. Just North Michigan Avenue, just Chicago's in trouble, man, and they can't stand the mayor. It's ridiculous. All right, so Amy says she ordered the Ground Advantage stuff 5 to 7 days ago. Haven't gotten them yet. Frankfurt, I know Frankfurt. I love the Colts that we're only supposed to win 3 games all season. I know. I'm going to be honest. I don't think the Colts are going to do anything big. I had that talk with my wife last night. I don't think the Colts are going to do anything big this year, but it's just cool to have a good team. I mean, we had a good team in the Pacers. Also, the Fever in the semifinals without 3 starters, Caitlin Clark and all of our girls, Cunningham. We only have 2 starters. We're in the semifinals, and we beat the Aces last night. So we're 1-0 in the semifinals. So Indianapolis has had some good sports teams this past year. I ordered Ground Advantage supply last week, emailed and heard back the order confirmation within an hour. Okay, you know what, Heather, what I might do is be greedy. I might do the email route too and order more. With Q4 coming up, I want to make sure I have plenty of stuff. And Poshmark's starting to pop off like this. And I've been in the listing mood now. I've been listing more. Obviously, I've been selling more. Go hot dogs. Go hot dogs. Way to go. Too much politics on the internet. Yeah, I just can't. And it's just a rabbit hole. You just get stuck in it, and it just makes people, it's just not a good mind space for me. I'm too old for TikTok. I still miss MySpace. MySpace. That was like senior year of high school for me. I never had a MySpace though. I come here to escape from it. You're right. God bless you. Yep. That's what we do. A lot of people do that with sports too. Watch sports, escape from all that stuff. What's up, Luigi? It's been a minute. Mozo, good morning. Went to Salt Lake in May. Their thrift stores are great. Great prices, great stuff. Yes, I've heard Utah has some really good thrift stores. I know I know J Ride Flips is out there, and he does. You guys watch his videos. He gets tons of really good stuff, cameras and like all sorts of good stuff out there. In the words of Big Young Bo, there's a million ways to sell on eBay, and they're all wrong. Is that what he says? And they're all wrong. I love Big Young Bo. Yeah. Is that what he says? Anytime he posts a video now, I watch it. I love it. I love how he just doesn't edit. Like, listen, like burps. Like, I'm not going to edit this, so it is what it is. I love it. That's real. Good morning. Price higher too, because I feel like I can also discount. I can't ever up. Yeah, for sure. Price higher. You can always discount. You don't want, sometimes especially if it's your side hustle and you don't have a ton of stuff, you're going to have that feeling of underselling, underpricing yourself, underselling stuff quite a bit. ATL has great thrifting. They have to. There's a lot of money in ATL. How to make a sale for items specific on how long. How to make a sale for items specific on how long they have been listed. So what you can do with that, I would say 303, is if you have an eBay store, you can create a category that's like a clearance section, and you can click on when you list an item, or you can go back to an item and take it out of like shirts and t-shirts and put it into that clearance section. And you can clearance that off, that section. You can run sales on that section. That's what you can do. I need to sit down and start doing that. It's scary in Chirac. You know what, though? I love thrift in Chi-Town. I need to soon. I can't do it until after soccer season. My girlfriend is from there, so I spent a few weeks there. It's family-centered, and the people are kind. The suburbs are slowly getting the Chicago crime coming over more and more. Oh, that's not good. The crime is coming to the suburbs of Chicago. It's not good, man. Chicago needs to figure it out. It's sad. I used to go there twice a year as growing up since I was a baby, and it's just changed so much. It's sad. I love the city. It's such a beautiful place. I still haven't received my shipping supplies or Ground Advantage. Not sure if you can tell by my picture in the chat. Sophia Cunningham and my son and I. Let me see if I can see it. I can't see it, but that's cool. Sophia Cunningham. So she is a Fever player, Sophia Cunningham. So she is the girl that she was kind of like no one knew about her until someone took out Caitlin Clark, and then later in the game she completely took out that player, and she's like a really pretty. So you're having a really good basketball player who's actually really pretty too. I'm not saying the others aren't, but just saying she's really pretty. And so she gained a huge following after that incident. So we have Caitlin Clark right there, and we have Sophia Cunningham, both super popular. So your picture, Sophia Cunningham, yeah, she's a great 3-point shooter. She like tore her ligaments or something. She's out for the season. So is Caitlin Clark. My in-laws moved from Chicago to Georgia, and they love it. They're big golfers. There you go. Yeah, Georgia's a great place. I know it can get humid, but whatever. It gets humid here. What ground advantage can we order, Tim? So go to let's do that right now, guys. Let's do it. We have a good amount of people. Let's do it. Poshmark. Oh, you know what I did? I went to Google. Order Poshmark shipping supplies. Okay. That's not it. Let's see. That's a blog. It's on Poshmark. It's on Poshmark somewhere. I don't know where it's at on Poshmark, but you can see the actual shipping supplies, and it gives you the email address and the number to call. So all the above. Ordered over the phone last week. Got about 1/5 of the order this weekend. Okay, well, it's something, right? Something's better than nothing. Had a great weekend. Bought a lot of linen sight unseen for $1.20. True story. Found 4 queen sheet sets. I can't pronounce that word. Sold 2 of the sets Saturday. Listed $200. Breaking $200. That is crazy. Good job. See, there's $1 million. There are a million ways to make $1 million. Boom. Good morning, Low. Angry. Chicago was a city built and industrial. And the mob. Anyone really surprised by the crime in the city? There's no reason Gotham is modeled after. Yeah, actually, you're right. Batman Begins, like the whole Batman series, Batman Begins, and The Dark Knight Rises. A lot of that was filmed in Chicago. And yeah, not a surprise. The mob was there. And then also industry. Yeah, like Gary in Indiana, they all the steel, all that sort of stuff. Reselling is my side hustle. How do you make an eBay store? I have an eBay account. So just go to Google and look up eBay stores, and there are different prices for eBay stores. You'll get insertion fees, like a certain amount of insertion fees, so I don't have to pay for every insertion fees. You can create store categories, like I'll show you mine. So you have a storefront. Again, we'll get to shipping. You guys know that. We'll get to all the sales. You get to your storefront, and it will look like this. So I have my storefront. I have like my men's clothing, my women's clothing, my men's shoes, all that stuff. And then what I'm planning to do is put a section like clearance, final clearance section, up to 80% off or something. That's going to be a section on my store, and I can add any item over to that section. So that's what happens when you do. Sergio Fines has been selling antiques collectibles for over 2 decades. Oh, cool. There you go. Learn more. That's true. I've been on eBay since 2001. How many categories can you have in your store? Depends on subscription. I don't know for sure, Mozo. You can see how many I just had, but you can have a ton more. And under my categories, I have men's and I have men's shoes. We'll go back over there. So like under my categories, I have denim. I have men's and women's denim, men's shoes, all those sorts, women's shoes, all those sorts. So men's clothing, all those. So you have lots of categories. And so when I list my item, I put them in those specific categories. So like casual shorts. Where's my casual shirts? Casual shirts. People click on that and see all the casual shirts I have. That's my old background. It's my newer background. We got Woolrich Indigo. I got that at a buyout. All right. Evanston, Illinois is some good ass thrifting. Is that up near Chicago? We always do the suburbs around Chicago for the most part. How are the average sales on eBay? Mine are not doing well, even with a bunch of sales. Very weird in September already. We can go over and look. You guys know I'm an open book when it comes to that too. So we'll go over performance, sales. Should be average sale price somewhere in here. Average sale price. $48.96 is my average sale price right now. These numbers are down because I didn't list for like a month. But yeah, average sale price should start going up this time of year. Andrew Keller, Drew, my bad. My guy, you're awesome. Best eBay YouTuber out there. That is not true, but I appreciate it. How about best YouTube eBay or live right now at 9:09 a.m. on a Monday morning? Let's go. Hilton Head, South Carolina, lots of golf stuff. Yes, lots. Hilton Head. Yeah, I bet you find so much good golf stuff. And they just go, they probably get so much at the thrift stores, they don't care, just throw it out. I called, left a message, no option to hold. They called me back and told me to order email. I sent 3 emails, so see, hopefully you get a lot of orders. Yeah, I don't know. I called the number through Poshmark, and I was just on hold for like 22 minutes. What's up, Retro? I see you over on IG. No, I never get on IG, so sorry if I'm not looking over there. What's up, Retro? Good morning, Running Yahoo. It's listed in a box on Poshmark. There you guys go. Hello and good morning. What's up, Dora? Hi, sirs. Miss your lives. Have been catching the replays. What happens when a buyer on eBay does not receive the item, but the tracking is received by USPS? Very good question. So if you ship an item via eBay and it says it was delivered, that is 100% covered by seller protection. So you'll have no trouble. They could say, it's not here. I'm going to file a complaint. I'm going to contact eBay. eBay will have your back. It was delivered. The address they give you, it was delivered. What I always say is it says it was delivered. Maybe check with your local post office or your neighbors or whatever. And almost like every time that's the case. But that's not on you. If it says delivered, that's on them. You never know. There could be a port snatching or something. You know, that's not your fault. Brad, you're lucky I'm not live. I know. That's true. I guess you would be the best. You're right, Retro. eBay sales. Holla. What's up? What's up? Yep. eBay sales. Let's go. Let's look at this real quick. There you guys go. There's the that must be the website to look for the shipping supplies. This is a Poshmark blog. 800. There you guys go. Thank you for showing me. There's another one. Yeah. So if you're on Facebook, come over to Facebook later on, and all this chat saves, so you can click on these links if you need to order supplies. Thank you guys for doing that, Jackie. I had an order twice for the Ground Advantage boxes. They lost the first order. I called today after not getting tracking. Yeah, I mean, it'll eventually be smoothed out. You gotta they're probably really overwhelmed right now. Who's incorporated AI into reselling business? Huge changes coming to business and the internet over the next few years. AI is going to be changing a lot of stuff. Oh, what's up, Michael? What's up, Michael from Pike, one of my former students on IG. What's up, Michael? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Yes, north of Chicago is where Northwestern University. Yep, I know exactly where that is. My sales were lagging a bit too. Only 9 for the weekend. 9 for the weekend. My eBay sales were my Poshmark sales were killer this weekend. What's up, Southern Treasure? What's up? You know what, Mac, you're probably over here too. All the drama over on TikTok, I'm not for it. So that's why I don't get on TikTok. And I know you're not about drama. You're always positive. So, speaking of positive, this is Mother Teresa right here. Right here. This is my mom, literally Mother Teresa. Like, most positive person you would ever meet in your life. My mom. She's the best. So, good morning. Good morning. There, I switched over. Thanks. Yeah, I can't. The Instagram's over there. Real quick, all right. When's your women's one-night show going to be? Okay, I think it's going to be later this week. It's going to be women's clothing. It's going to be good kids clothing, and I think I'm going to put some nice men's clothing in there, including I have a Purple Label like unworn trench coat that's men's. And then I also have like 100% cashmere blazers that I might just run over there. Again, you guys know me. I run stuff on Whatnot that I really don't want to list that you guys can make tons of money on. Or you might want it for yourself. I think the shipping price on Poshmark changed the game a little bit. I do too. I think that's why we're selling more. There are other Goodwill stores doing 50% color tags. I'm not sure. We don't have an indie. We don't have any sales anymore. We used to. They got rid of all of them. Just starting to use Nifty and eBay. I was only selling on Depop before, kicking myself for not starting sooner. Throw. The first thing I did was come on this live, and a lot of you are just now joining. Some of you may rewatch this. I cannot stress doing Nifty. Like, you will make more money. I do not just say that because, yes, you use my link, I get a small kickback. I used to only sell on eBay. Only on eBay. I sold, I think, like 15 items this weekend. Cross-listed in Nifty, sold 16 on Poshmark, 3 on Mercari, 3 on Depop. Here's the list, right? On Depop, and I have the most expensive plan on Nifty. It's $90 a month. On Depop, 65, 45, 17. That paid for Nifty. Mercari, 40, 28, 17. I sold one item on Poshmark for $108. Those sales would not have come in if I didn't do that. So, like I said, if you're one of those people that have been messaging me or say it's too much money, that's fine, but you're leaving money on the table. I was that person, which is why you are so positive. You got to be positive. You have to be positive. And sometimes it's tough to be positive, but you just got to find the silver lining in things in life. Silver lining. Even if something didn't go your way, like, especially with politics, all this, like, oh, something didn't go your way or whatever, there's a silver lining, okay? There's always a silver lining. North Burbs of Illinois. None of the we went to Elgin, which is like not even a suburb, really. That's as far north as we go. Champagne on Saturday, half off colors. There you go. I'm doing a Whatnot on Thursday. Dora, there you go. Whatnot on Thursday. Follow Dora. Whatnot on Thursday. It wasn't showing live on TikTok today. Yeah, I wasn't doing TikTok live. The 2 Goodwills and Champagne are pretty decent. Champagne and Savory, Illinois. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, we do 2 days in Illinois. Again, I can't go up there till after soccer season. Nifty AI is total game changer. Agreed. I will, again, if you're watching this, you can go to surfstopfinds.com and you can try it for free. But I will, again, put a link here. Try it for free, get a discount off your first month, and make more money. Telling you, just put it in there. What's up, Izzy? Izzy? Amanda and I went to the bins last week, and she found a crystal hand-woven vintage jacket I sold for $50. Let's go. So Izzy is my niece, and my sister and her go to the bin sometimes. And obviously, Izzy's over here making money. Let's go, Izzy. Hey, you know where to find me. You watch me. I got you. And you like know style. You're young. You know style. She's like 22, 21, turning 22 in February. So yeah, she knows style. Good for you. Have a great day, Brad. Keep it positive. Yes, I started using Nifty because of these lives. Not only did it increase my sales, but the auto relist feature saved my ass, keeping my store active, even though I was sick and I'm able to list. Same thing when I love vacations. You guys know, in fact, we're going on vacation in like a few weeks. Yeah, agreed. 100% agreed. I mean, there's testimonies all over the place. I found a hand-carved lady with a bucket and full art piece at an estate sale. I need to do more research, but I think it's an Edsel Martin. I don't know Edsel Martin, but I hope it is for you if it's worth money. Lost my password on Depop, and the magic link won't work on Nifty. Contact Depop. They said I'm not supposed to use third-party cross-lister, so now I have to do it myself. Didn't you have the problem before? So I don't know about all the I didn't lose any information, but I got kicked off at Depop again, for no apparent reason, it's like a year ago, I just created a different account. With Depop, you have to use a different email address, a different phone number, and a different IP, which means a different device. So now Depop is on my iPad and on my computer. I don't have it on my phone. Super easy to make a new Depop account. So if that's what you're doing. What sports did you play in high school? Soccer and lacrosse. Soccer and lacrosse. I have scars from lacrosse. Cross is soccer and lacrosse. And I'm about to join soccer again, indoor soccer, myself. I had my first reseller buyout, and now I'm loaded with goods and bad inventory. I'm considering a one-out show, just nervous not knowing how to do it. I mean, you don't know until you try. You don't know until you try, Christy. If your cost of goods is really cheap, go for it. But I mean, maybe this is the time to do it. If your cost of goods is really cheap, maybe now's the time where you're not going to lose much money. You'll hopefully make some money, but you got to be consistent, especially if you have a ton of stuff, then you can have maybe 4 shows over 4 weeks, the same night, same time. There's more and more people shopping on Whatnot. So best of luck to you if you want to do that. But I would say, like, if you have crap stuff, I mean, a lot of stuff I see on Whatnot, people put like starting prices at $5. It's stuff I can go to the bins every day and get for less than $1. What's up, Nate? What's the Cubs and Reds in Cincinnati yesterday? Let's go. Go Cubbies. Brad, if you were banned from selling anything you wear, what main category would you shift to? If I were banned from selling, are you talking about retro selling clothing? Are you talking about if I were banned from selling clothing, what category would I shift to? That's a good question if that's your question. I can't connect with Depop anymore, even though the Chrome extension. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't had that problem, so I'm not sure. Maybe contact Nifty. Sounds like Depop's not much help, so I'm not sure. I don't use a Chrome extension myself. There's a practice mode on Whatnot. Try it. Yeah, practice mode on Whatnot. And like those little things, what are they called? I'm gonna bring you guys over there. So these right here, these are great. $10 for 100 of them. Those really help you stay organized during your Whatnot shows. I'm sure you've seen everyone use them. But yeah, good morning, Nate. It's Annie from TikTok. What's up, Annie? Are you not on there? No, I was talking about earlier, Annie. You know too. What's up, Annie? I just haven't been on TikTok. There's so much drama over there. I just don't want to be a part of it. It's not for me. I want to do reselling stuff. Anything you wear. No clothes, no watches, no hats, no shoes. Ooh, well, dang. Retro, I'd have to go down your alley and do a lot of estate. Honestly, if that were the case, I would be on high bid. I would be at estate sales. I would be going through hard goods. I would learn plush. I'd be going to auctions. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be going to the bins. I mean, that's what Bearded does. And he doesn't sell clothing. So I'd be doing all that sort of stuff. I'd make it work. I'd educate myself in a lot of other things, and I'd make it work. Yeah, that's what I would do. Just coming in. When is your one-out show? Sorry if you already said. I haven't decided yet, but I will post it. It might be later this week. Might be next week. I don't know, but it'll be in an evening. It'll probably be like at 8 p.m. or 8:30 one evening, one night. Sold a pair of D Squared made in Italy shorts. I got a Goodwill. $7.99, $59 in less than 8 hours. Yes, D Squared is so good. Saturday is crazy. Let's go. Good job, Annie. I got a violation on my live Friday for talking about my haul and whatnot. I'm sick and tired of TikTok. Yeah, like I said earlier too, along with the politics stuff and all the drama, like TikTok is all about TikTok Shop. And they're also selling, so it might change. But it's all about TikTok Shop. That's how they make their money. So it is what it is for them. Okay, let's do, we already packed that Patagonia. Peter Millar. So sold some Peter Millar pants. I always pick up these Peter Millar. Actually, I pick up any Peter Millar pants as long as they don't have flaws. And again, with Peter Millar pants, you always want to check the inseam. I just kind of hold them up next to me to make sure they're not like really short. If they're really short, like a 26, you're in trouble. This has the leather patch. I think these are called Crown Crafted. They have a blend to them. These sold on Mercari for $28. So Mercari, $28. These were $5.99. Any Peter Millar pants I buy or I pick up for the most part. A lot of times you just want to be careful. These are more casual business type of pants. Just want to be careful. I always talk about it. Just be careful of the ball marks and the T marks on the pockets. Those are just the main things I look out for. Peter Millar, nothing new to you guys. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren waffle. I like these waffles. If you don't know waffle, it looks like that. That's the material. These Polo Ralph Lauren waffles, they do well for me. They always sell. Price them right around 20. This sold for $17.10. So Nifty sent out an offer, and it sold for $17.10 because they don't list anything for that. Bought it for $5.99 or $4.99. So waffle, Polo Ralph Lauren. You can find these often, but also be careful because a lot of these waffles are sleepwear, and you'll know by the tag. The tag looks different than what I showed you. The sleepwear tag. Those still sell too, but not as much as these. These are found, these are like $80. The sleepwear is like $45 new at the store. The bad thing about estate sales is I want to buy these amazing houses in an area I never know about. I know, right? Yeah, I know. Trust me, I did estate sales for, oh my gosh, 12, 14 years. And they were such a blast. Oh, I miss them. I loved them. My dad did estate sales, if you guys didn't know, and I'd be the first one in there. And it was great. And that was before clothing. I didn't know anything about clothing at the time, and I can just imagine what clothing were in those estate sales, but whatever. If you can't connect to Depop with Nifty, words when it happens to me, I make sure to re-sign into Depop and then try to reconnect to Nifty on my computer only. Works eventually for me. There you guys go. Bobby gives you guys an idea of how to get back on to Depop. Suggestion on pick taking. My gray clothes look blue. Yes, so on my phone, there's exposure. You probably already know about it, but if I go to my photo and there's a little plus and minus symbol, and if you can scroll that back or forth to make it darker or lighter, that really helps my photos. Watch my live from Friday. All I did was take photos. I talked about exposure a few times. But yeah, that's how you do it, exposure. Interesting reseller. Commonwealth reseller sells all kinds of tiny stuff. His organization is crazy, but he can walk right in. It's entertaining. Yeah, oh yeah. Commonwealth has been on YouTube for a while. I used to watch his stuff quite a bit. I don't really watch him anymore. I just kind of listen to him in the background and stuff. Because he was kind of like, he would talk about stuff he sold, but also he would talk about like what's almost like a news, like this is what's going on with eBay and all that sort of stuff. The last house was by the lake in a deck in the back overlooking the lake. Super nice. Dora, keep on selling stuff. And maybe one day you can have that lake house because that'll be a good investment. It won't go down in price. Houses on water do not lose value for the most part. I actually picked up some Polo Ralph Lauren stuff at a garage sale in honor of you. Thanks, Retro. You should call me and be like, hey, I got this Polo Ralph Lauren stuff. I'll trade you. I have hard goods that I do not want to list. If you guys saw, I have all these vintage Orvis suitcases. I don't want to pack them. Also sold a Polo Ralph Lauren 2XB, $19 quick. Is that too low? No, I mean, whatever. I think it might be a little bit too low, but what, $4 maybe too low or something like that? No big deal. Good morning. Just jumping on. No problem. I have a Peter Millar long sleeve button down. On the back of the collar has wrinkles. Is that a big deal? I haven't washed them, hung them to dry, get them out. Okay, so Peter Millar button down shirts, like long sleeve, I really don't have good luck selling them anymore. In fact, the cotton Peter Millars I don't pick up anymore. If they're a polyester nylon blend, I pick them up, price them at like $22. So it's not a big deal, but I don't really get much out of them. Like if I saw that at the thrift store and there was some flaw issue stuff that I have to mess with and take time, I would leave it. But you know what? If you have it and the wrinkles aren't coming out, price it at $14 or $15. It will sell really quickly because it's undercutting everybody, and you can get it out of there. I'll trade them for video games and any vintage toys. I'm sure you would. I have my original Sega and all their games. My wife has her original Super Nintendo. I don't even have this listed, but I have my old Game Boy. But I'm not trading any of that stuff. Those are all sentimental. And I have my 64 with all this stuff. All right, let's go to Depop. Like I said, let's get these little platforms out of the way. Depop, I have a couple things on Depop. Number one is a double RL again. This is a waffle. Double RL waffle. This sold for $65 on Depop. Double RL. You would think it would go for more because it's double RL, but the comps weren't there. Again, I listed it, found the comps on eBay, listed it, cross-listed it to Depop from there. It sold. So cool having a double RL item sell on Depop. Not really the place I'd expected to sell. The next item definitely expected to sell on Depop. So this next item is a vintage Polo Ralph Lauren Harrington jacket. Now I priced it a little bit cheaper because it has some stains on it, but it's like a bone white. You can see bone white zipper. I think this one's made in the USA. Yeah, made in the USA. It's got an older tag. Made in the USA. This sold for $45 on Poshmark. It did have some stains on it. I paid $5.99. Not on Poshmark, on Depop. On Depop. I'm going to put this in a little bit larger of a poly mailer. $5.99. $5.99. How's the jersey collection going? Neil, I haven't found a jersey. I don't know if you guys have been here a long time, but I used to put all sorts of jerseys in the background. And I haven't found any champion jerseys in a long time. I keep all my basketball jerseys from the 90s. I don't sell them. And yeah, I only buy them when I thrift them. I don't buy them offline. And I have not found any lately. And the last one was Peter Millar. Oh, no. It was a Vineyard Vines. Which Vineyard Vines was it? I have 3 Vineyard Vines. It's this one. So here's a Vineyard Vines shirt. This sold for $17 on Depop. Doesn't have that Poshmark thing at the top. So Depop, this sold just a Vineyard Vines shirt. I sold 3 Vineyard Vines button shirts over the weekend. So lots of long sleeve stuff, which is good. Sentimental can be become less sentimental if the price is right. I know. Trust me, there's a lot of things I have right now that I'm like, do I really need that? Some of my like art that's expensive or whatever. Do I really need that? I could use that towards this or that. I don't know. I was gonna say, have they had they have double RL money on Depop? I know, right? But $65, not a lot. I know double RL, and actually, I didn't do offers or any of that stuff. As I talked about earlier, I don't have Depop on my phone, so I don't have it really readily available. So really, most of my Depop sales mostly just come from people buying items or Nifty sending out offers. I was listing some items this weekend and looked at my inventory and was slightly overwhelmed. I went through it and and pared back anything that I shouldn't have bought in the donate. We'll just write it off and feel so much better. Good, Tony, that's awesome. It's like decluttering. That's a good thing. We all make mistakes, especially at first. I have things like these are so out of style. These Puma shorts that are plaid, would never buy these again. That's what I'm talking about. Putting a clearance part in my eBay store. It's just dirt cheap stuff. Otherwise, yeah, donate it. Just redonate it. Write it off as a loss. You have a business. It's a business. Can you show your bin system? Annie, my bin system. It's like a closet, right? So if you saw my live on Friday, I took photos, I put everything in a pile, and then I put it in the closet section. So right here, these are my new Tag Levi's section of my closet. Right here, these are my Under Armour Polo section of my closet. Right here, these are my new Tag Pants section of my closet. I'm right here. These are my new tag short section of my closet. Right here. These are my vintage Levi's section of my closet. So when those items sell, I know where in my closet to pick them up. Right here, my FootJoy section of my closet, which is collecting a ton of dust. Stop in a Goodwill in Fort Lauderdale after getting off your Disney cruise. Let's go. No Disney cruise this year. We're going on to Disney World in Orlando in a few weeks. No Disney cruise this year. It was really expensive. Decided not to do it. But we're going to do a New Year's cruise with the family instead. That's what I'm doing with my Pokemon stuff right now. That's what Bearded is actually doing with his Pokemon stuff too. He's kind of selling a lot of it, especially since it's doing well. Let's get to eBay, everybody. Let's do eBay sales. As a matter of fact, I had one come in right before the live. I want to make sure I get this shipped out. It is a purchase. It's going to cost me $6.15 to ship it out. This person paid $10. This was one of my larger. So it cost me $6.15 to ship. And this was a $10 flat rate is what I charged the person. So I definitely made money on that. It's a wool Billy Reed vest. A wool Billy Reed vest. I don't buy all Billy Reed, but this was part of a buyout. So it was nicer than normal. I would definitely buy this at a thrift store. This sold for $55, part of a buyout. Gonna put this in eBay, one of these envelopes, which pretty soon, guys, we can order. If you have an eBay store, October 1st or 4th, you can order your new shipping supplies from eBay. I get a $50 coupon with my store. So I plan on ordering a lot more of these bags. These are what I buy. Oh, no, Glendale Heights, Illinois. It is going international. Okay, let's go. Have an aged markdown strategy so you can proactively mark items down in your store at certain percent and get them moving. Yeah, that's a way to do it too. I know my friend Ethan. I'm pretty sure that's how he does it. Ethan Banks. I'm pretty sure that's how he does it. Markdown strategy. I don't do that because seasons, clothing and seasons. But that's a way to do it. Also, like if you're really aggressive, you can have Nifty marked down every time it renews every 30 days. You can have it marked down 2%, 5%, 10%, whatever you decide. So it's up to you. I stopped into Goodwill after getting off our Disney cruise in Fort Lauderdale. Found an Osprey backpack. Guys, Osprey is a bolo. Excellent condition, $20, sold it for $160. Help pay for a vacation. That's what you got to think. That's it. FootJoy polos have done terrible for me. I need to probably lot them up. Yeah, that's what I would do. The only ones that do okay for me, this was a return. I just put it back this morning. Are these camo ones like this? That was a return. But like camo or crazy prints, stuff like that. But yeah, I love thrifting on vacation. It's one of my favorites. Next item, a pair of Travis Matthews shorts, brand new with tags. Got these from the Dick's Going Gone sale. For 75% off of $40. So I got these for $10 and they sold for $29.99. That's called retail arbitrage. Does anyone else have a problem with Nifty and eBay total items number not matching even after full resync? Ralph Black. You guys want to respond to Ralph Black? I'll let you guys respond when I pack these up. Went to a Burlington Coat Factory for the first time in a couple months. They had 10 chubby polo shirts, 4 different colorways, $11 each. Already sold 6 for $30 in 2 days. Let's go. Speaking of retail arbitrage, Burlington Coat Factory. There you go. Going, gone. Yeah, a lot of people don't go to Burlington. A lot of people don't go to Burlington. All right, there we go. Next item is, I just listed this last week. This sold via promoted listing. I promote all my items at 9% on eBay. We're doing all eBay sales right now. This is just a Brooks Brothers shirt. I get these as long as they have this little fleece guy right there. And this sold for $21.99. That's how I price like all of these. $21.99, true bread and butter. Most people pass them up. I'll pick them up. And I get it. If you're part-time and like there's some people that mark on my things like I only do $50 profit sales, get it, not match. You always say like, hey, that's fine. That's great. You got to do what you can do. You only have time for a certain amount of stuff. But I picked these up, $5, sell them for $21.99. Sold via promoted listing. So basically, eBay will take like 22% off of that. So that's a $10 sale. Just listed this, just had a short on it. I actually found another shirt of Donald Brown's when I was clearing out some bags yesterday. This is a Colts player issued, just like a quarter zip with a hood. It's kind of weird, but it's a player issue. Donald Brown, he was a running back for us, kind of like a backup running back. This sold for $32.99. $32.99 for this. Wonder where it's going. It's going to Lebanon in Indiana. Okay, so Colts fan probably. Listed that. That was only $5. What size bags are those from eBay? 10 by 13? No. I'll have to. I don't have my tape measure here, but we'll look. I'm gonna make sure it's going to the right buyer. You guys know. Print off all my labels right here. These are probably, if it doesn't say on it, I would say, usually I have my tape measure up there. I would say this is probably like 15 inches by 20 inches or 19 inches, something like, no, more than that, probably like 22 inches, 15 by 22, something like in there, something in there. They're really good. I don't know if I necessarily buy them, but with my eBay coupon, I'm going to use it towards them. There you guys go. Okay, next item. Here we go. It's a good one. I've had lots of offers on this. I didn't take any of them because I knew it would sell this time of year. Abercrombie and Fitch. This is the type of Abercrombie you want. Nice, heavy sweatshirt. Screams Abercrombie. This is definitely like a Y2K piece. Abercrombie and Fitch. This sold for $39.99. Bought it for $4.99. So Abercrombie and Fitch, definitely one of those brands that kind of is coming back a little bit. Good sell on that. And that was a size XL. Size XL. Make sure it's going to Christian. This next item I might have undersold, but we'll see. Because the reason I say that is because I had 2 offers right away, and then it sold like overnight. The next, I didn't respond to the offers because I'm like, a lot of times I'll get offers right away on stuff, and I won't respond because I'm like, one of those people probably just end up buying it, which is exactly what happened. The item is it's a repeat buyer. Patagonia Chinchilla, whatever it is. T-Snap Men's Black. It's just an all black, nothing real special, and it's not made in the USA. It's made in Jamaica. So I think I listed, guys, didn't I take photos of this on Friday? I think I did in my live. $59.99. $59.99 on that. And it's there's no holes or anything. But it's, it's kind of aged. $59.99. Okay. That sold super quick. Fall is here. Fall is here, for the record. And again, like I said, to a repeat buyer. Living out in Oregon. Oregon. Okay. Make sure I get on there. Boop. Boop. And I want to make sure it's going to the right person. It is. It is. So for some reason that did well. Usually $60 for a T-Snap used, I would imagine needs to be really cool print, but I guess not. So be on the lookout for this item. It's a Rag & Bone Neiman Marcus Target collab. And I know you guys have seen these. Vineyard Vines has Target's doing a lot of collabs with more expensive brands. So this is a Rag & Bone. You can look at the tag. Neiman Marcus Target collab. Reason I got it, the comps weren't great, but it's just a nice, thicker cardigan. And I knew for $4.99 I could sell it and make a profit. It sold for $29. $29. Rag & Bone, they still sell it at Nordstrom's, like legit Rag & Bone, not the collab with Target. Still sell for decent money if it's the right item. But it's definitely one of those high retail, low resale items. A lot of items from Nordstrom's are that way. Or at least Nordstrom Rack. Next item sold was, and we're doing eBay, I sold a couple pair of BKE. I took photos of these on Friday as well, if you remember. These were the small Aiden 27 by 30 men's BKE, 27 by 30. And I mentioned, you know, they're high school kids, middle school kids that probably need these too. These sold for $24.99. I priced them just a few dollars cheaper than normal. $24.99 on these. They're going out ground. I found those last winter and sold fast. Yeah. Which ones? The Patagonia? The Patagonia, Tanya? Found them last winter and sold fast. So I sold 2 BKE pairs of jeans over the weekend. Again, talked about it. Some of my favorite pairs of jeans to sell. There were 2 really nice pair of BKE jeans at our local thrift store, but they priced them at $14.99. Sometimes our thrift stores, the people in the back just decide, like, today I'm going to price this up at whatever. I didn't buy them. There's money to be made there, but I didn't buy them. I posted this weekend on my Facebook and Instagram, I think. Did I put new? Oh, yeah, I did. It's new. This is a Chick-fil-A. So a Chick-fil-A jacket. Chick-fil-A jacket. Bought at the thrift store for $5.99. I'm like, this is thick. Someone's going to need it. They're going to buy it. It sold for $34.99 really quickly. This is the one, Amy D, if you're still watching, that I'm putting in a priority shoebox. Reason I'm doing that is because it was $1 more, and I really don't want to put it in a big old box. One of my big old boxes. Dora, I helped my friend pack up since she is moving. She started getting annoyed since I kept saying, this could sell. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I know. This could sell. This would be worth money. And I know. They're probably like, just put it in a box. Okay. Is there any of this stuff that you don't want? Because I will sell it. I'll buy it from you if you don't use it. I sold a Chick-fil-A sweater for $44. It shipped this weekend. Let's go, piece of scrap. Chick-fil-A, yeah. First of all, Chick-fil-A is delicious. Second of all, how about that with their clothing? Their jackets and stuff. How much? $34.99. I feel like most people wouldn't pick that up, but maybe they would. Philip in Virginia bought it. Okay. Next item is a K-Shoes polo. Get it out of here. Size small. Online arbitrage. Bought these for $20 a piece. It sold for $27. Wow. Didn't make any money on that one, but I made my money back, and they weren't selling. Had this for about a year and a half, so made my money back. Didn't lose money. It is what it is. Amy D, you are still in here. How many active units do you usually have? My eBay store will say I have like 850 right now, but I probably have closer to 1,000 because I have multi-quantity stuff too, like these and some others. But usually around like 900 to 1,000. I had about 1,100 to 1,200. Then I sold all my women's clothing off. And then before I had Nifty, I had close to 1,500. So at the most I had 1,500. Now it's about 900 to 1,000 items. Carbon to cobalt pants. I'm usually on the fence about carbon to cobalt pants, but these sold $19.99. So it's up to you. Honestly, if I found carbon to cobalt pants, unless they were like corduroy or something, I probably would leave them behind. But I just sold a pair for $20. So it's up to you. The reason I say leave behind, because I have them for a little bit of a while and they're not a very fast seller. So yeah, I just not a huge fan. I did just list that carbon to cobalt shirt. I was just torn with that brand. The really thick, chunky sweaters are always a pickup, I think. The really thick, chunky sweaters are always a pickup. J. Matthew. Okay. Got that. Next item is another Billy Reed. This one came from the Save Bulk Buy. Billy Reed. Again, I don't buy a lot of these polos or long sleeve button shirts anymore, but if I find something substantial like a jacket, sorry, you can't see it. It says Billy Reed and it has the size circled. Yeah, you can't see it, whatever. But it's just the jacket, little jacket, sold for $40. Didn't pay much for this. Actually, the other jacket I sold was part of the same buyout. Sold for $40. Gonna put this in one of these poly mailers. These eBay poly mailers are great. Love these things. Love these things. Again, I don't know if I'd buy them if I had to buy them straight out. I'm sure there are other good ones on Amazon. Joshua, not a lot of eBay stuff left to pack. Poshmark was my big one, so we have Poshmark to do after this. This came with the buyout. I didn't pay much for this. I think I calculated as like $5 just because I don't buy this brand very much. But this was a little bit more of a unique item. A rod and gun. Rod and Gun's the brand, but it's like a trucker jacket. It's like a trucker jacket that is cotton. It's a cotton kind of soft trucker jacket. This sold for $39.99. So $40 for that Billy Reed, $39.99 for this, both from a buyout. Didn't pay a ton for each one of these. Yeah, they're more for just kind of like a style. I'm sure these were like a Nordstrom rack buy. Sticking that in there. I don't buy much rod and gun, for the record. Actually, that might be the only rod and gun I've ever sold. Make sure it's going to Brian. It is. I see there's some questions. I sold a Billy Reed short sleeve polo. It had a hole for 15, so it's worth picking up. Yeah, I wonder if I have any Billy Reed left. Let me go over. Let's go over and see if I have Billy Reed polos. I mean, my pictures are awful because I don't pick them up anymore. Billy. Nope, I don't have any Billy Reeds left. But yeah, there you go. Buy polos. Dora's selling them. I got the suspension from a Poshmark about delisting items. I sent my response. I'm currently waiting to respond to them. So when I've gotten that response, when Poshmark suspend listing new items, I send two messages. I send an email to them, and then I send an email to customer support separately. And usually within an hour or two, I get it unbanned, lifted. It's happened 4 times. It hasn't happened to me, knock on wood, in a while, like probably 6 or 8 weeks. Billy Reed, Alabama-based company. It's been their jeans before. I've had their jeans before in my Posh Call. That I've never found Billy Reed jeans. What's up, Lauren? Central Louisiana. Hope all is well. What's up, Lauren? Trisha in here? Trisha, I had Torchies last night. Uh-oh. Oh. Maybe. I don't know. These are figs. I think I sold it. Yeah, extra small. Okay, good. Extra small figs. Extra small figs. These are, again, I picked up a whole bunch of extra small. They were all together. I couldn't leave them. I sold them for $13.99. I just couldn't leave them. I'm like, I can sell those quick. I can take photos and list all those really quickly. I'm going to buy them. I did. I think I've sold all of them so far. I think that was the last pair. What's this? Oh, that was canceled. That's a Poshmark sale. It's actually a Poshmark sale. I was wondering what that was. Someone canceled it. Someone on Poshmark bought it. Okay. Next item is a Polo Ralph Lauren. Can't leave without Polo Ralph Lauren. Gingham check with the purple pony. This sold for $21.99. $21.99. Polo Ralph Lauren. Purple pony. But my next item is a purple label. Good morning from OKC. What's up, OKC? What's up, OKC? The Thunder. What's up, OKC? And last item, let's make sure this is going to the right person. I don't want to send purple label. Oh, yes, it is. Okay, good. If you could go back and when you first started selling this Mac, what's up, Max? It's selling on eBay. Would you do anything different to streamline your business quicker? Yes. So if I could go back and do eBay over again, remember, let's just talk clothing. I started clothing in 2016. I used to sell hard goods. Let's do clothing because clothing is when I started to sell a lot more daily. What I should have done sooner is get a thermal printer and printed my labels at home. That's probably my biggest thing because you said to make my business more streamlined. What I used to do is write my address and their address on every box, then go to the post office to the station or the people that check you out, and they would type in the address of every single person. So I was writing the addresses at home, then spending all the time at the post office, having them do that and paying full price shipping at the post office. So if I could go back, I would get a thermal printer and list and print my items from home. That would be one thing that I should have done earlier for sure. I don't think there were cross listers out then. But as far as along the way, I wish I would have cross listed a little bit sooner when that came out, but I just didn't know a whole lot about it. This is a purple label Ralph Lauren. Paid $20 for this, $25 for this with the buyout, and it sold for $65 bucks. Very nice store. Started as a custom tailor. Tailor Stitch, or not Tailor Stitch, Billy Reed. Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. Billy Reed. Good stuff. I went to Walmart last night and bought a cheap white foam board to get started with selling. So I have a white background for photos. There you go, Lauren. Nice work. Also on eBay and like everywhere, they have background removal. So if you want to do that too. Also, lighting's important. Get some decent lighting, or make sure your pictures have good lighting, decent lighting. But good for you, Walmart foam board. You don't have to break the bank. Don't have to break the bank to do a photo station. I agree. Thermal printer is a must. Much love from North Carolina. What's up, North Carolina? Yeah, it's a must. I have a pinned video on, I think, all my platforms. My 3 biggest things, my takeaways. If I could do right now, thermal printer. Got to get a thermal printer, especially they're under $100. Nifty and my new photography station. Those are like my 3 main things for my business. All right, let's do Poshmark, everybody. Lots of Poshmark. Start with ties. I sold 3 ties, 3 different sales, 3 separate sales. Ties, all different. We'll start with the least first. This is a Jose Bank new with tag. So if I find a Jose Bank new with tag tie, they're either 99 cents or $1.99 where I live, just depending on what thrift store they price them at. And this sold for $18. So I will buy these all day long. A dollar or 2 into 18 all day long. And they're so easy to list. 3 photos. 3 photos. Well, what's up, OKC, Kyle? Thanks for your time and sharing knowledge. When sourcing, you're welcome. Do you look for certain return investments, i.e., don't pick up anything that doesn't give you $20 profit? That's a really good question. So now that I'm full-time, this is kind of what I look for. I look for items that I can make a $10 or more profit on after seller fees and tax, all the stuff. I'm making a $10 bill or more. And those items that I'm making $10 to $12 on, they have to be easy for me to take photos and list. So this is a great example. Bought it for $1 or $2, sold it for $18, and sold on Poshmark. They take 20%, so I'll probably make like $12 on it. Took me 3 photos to take pictures of this, and it probably took me 40 seconds to list it. So the listing process took me less than 2 minutes to make $10. That's how I do it. Now, if I'm going to get a blazer, it's got to be a $50 or more blazer because I'm taking more photos and it takes me more time to list it. So it just depends. It just depends. This is a Brioni tie. I sold this for a little bit cheaper. It sat for a while. It's just too abstract. I just don't see people wearing these ties like this. But it sold still for $45. $45 for this Brioni tie. I read cigarette jeans are trending this fall. What? Are skinny jeans coming back? Are skinny jeans coming back? If so, boy, I'm in the money because they're everywhere. AG, all the brands that used to be good. AG, Rag & Bone, all those brands. Next tie was a Canali tie. So Canali, I love finding Paisley ties by good brands. Paisley ties, that's the pattern. You guys know it. This is a Canali tie. This one sold for, where's Canali? $26. So for ties, let's say $3 to $4 in ties. That's what I spent. I made $45, $26, and $18 on 3 ties. So it might be worth looking at the tie section if you're not yet. if you haven't been doing that. Send that off. Come way back here. Grab some of these items that are way back here. Okay. This brand is doing a little bit worse than what it was doing, but it still sells, especially if you get a good condition. Cricket is the brand. Cricket does well. This sold for 21 bucks. Bought it for $5. 21 bucks. It is weird shipping all these Poshmark items not in these poly mailers. It is weird doing that. It's weird, not gonna lie. From fitted through the knee straight to the ankle. Okay, no, not skinny. So cigarette is form fitting through the knee and straight through the ankle. Okay. It's not skinny, so like a cigarette. Just so form fitting and then yeah, just straight down. I'd have to look. If it's women's especially, I don't know. I just so not good at women's clothing. This is a pair of 560 jeans. So 560 Levi's jeans. Are these made in the USA? Nope. These are made in the Dominican Republic. But still, I know 560 is something I pick up. These did well. These sold for 33 bucks. 33 bucks, 560s. Love the line by Levi's 560s. They always do well for me. And these are going to go out in an eBay bag, even though I sold them on Poshmark, because that's just what I have available. How much work is it to get going on Nifty? I'm only on eBay. I have about 135 listings of clothing. Okay, so 135, Marmar, is a good number to start. If you're also, I would combine that with if you're listing on average maybe 5 items a day. If you're listing 3 to 5 items a day, I think Nifty's worth it. Again, it's one of those things that you pay month to month and see if it's worth it or not. But it's super easy. I'll show you. So if you're just starting on Nifty, what you'll do is, no, not what I want to do. Let me go back to Nifty. Okay, what you'll do is you'll go into your settings and wherever it is, you enter in your information. Did I not do it right? Nifty. Okay, here it is. All right, right here. So you get it Nifty. You'll just enter in your eBay. So you'll sign in through eBay, and Nifty will be like, you're granting us access to your store. You say yes. Then you'll go to your inventory and you'll hit this button right here, sync up, and it will take like 5 minutes, and it will bring in all of your eBay items to Nifty. All of your eBay items to Nifty. Then all you do is just go and create a Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, whatever one you want to do, if you want to do all of them. And once you have it listed, you literally click a button. I click 2 buttons. I click this button, and then it will click cross list down here at the bottom, and I cross list it. It's super easy. And then you can set up your dashboard to send out offers and shares and all that stuff. It's extremely easy to start. Like I said, you can go to sourceupfinds.com, click on the link, and do a free trial. It's super easy. But if you have 135 items a day, right there. If you have 135 items and you're not listing like 3 to 5 a day, it might not be worth it. I started Nifty at 50 listings. Just wanted to get a good system in place early. So glad I did. There. Oh, okay. So I really haven't heard that. So 50 items listed, a good place. I mean, you're selling on multiple platforms. Again, if you're just now coming in, I sold like maybe 17 on eBay, and then additional 16 on Poshmark, additional 3 on Mercari, additional 3 on Depop. If I wasn't cross listing, I wouldn't be doing that. These I'm so happy to get rid of. Chacos, kids chacos. Someone sent me an offer on Poshmark, except boom. They could have sent me an offer. I'm not kidding. $2. I would have accepted it. Would have accepted it. Sold these for 10. I've had these for probably 2 years. So happy to get rid of these. Gonna put these in. Gonna roll these in one of these sheets of paper, and then put them in a poly mailer. So happy to get rid of these. You guys know what I'm talking about. You have an item that you like had forever. I swear to you, I would have gotten rid of these for $2. So got 10. So that's gonna be, a little bit of money for me to go buy something else. Do you promote on eBay? If so, what I promote at? I do, Bobby. I promote at 9% my entire eBay store at 9%. Now, it's just easy for me to do my entire store, but there are plenty of items that I wouldn't need to promote that I promote anyways. But I just do 9% across my entire eBay store. Do some of these, this. We'll do kind of some golf themed stuff. How about on Poshmark, a Titleist golf cover, a driver cover? Huh? That's a good brand to be able to look for. Titleist golf color. This sold for, I think I bought it for 99 cents. It sold for $10 on Poshmark. $10. I had so many lowball offers on eBay this weekend. Someone offered me $30 on a new Attack Viore pants. Get out of here with that, people. No. How about no? How about I don't think so? Yeah, no. I had some low offers too. I got a call coming in. Spam risk. Nope. I had lowball offers too. Someone kept lowballing me. It might have been a watcher. I don't know. Kept lowballing me on this item. Decline. I forget what item it was. Kept declining. It was a $25 item. No. Get out of here. All right. Vineyard Vine shirt. Another Vineyard Vine shirt. I sold a Vineyard Vine shirt for $22, and I sold another one for a $15. So I forget which one. This one or the other one. $22 and $15. For Vineyard Vines. Again, I sold 3 of these long sleeve button Vineyard Vine shirts this weekend for probably an average of $20 sell price. So I had Chico's for years, never again. Chacos? Are you talking about Chacos or Chicos? I don't know what I said, but those are Chacos. Vineyard Vines, get that one out of the way. That one's more of a flannel material. This one's more of a performance, like stretchy material. So it's a couple of Vineyard Vines. What I'm looking for is the little performance. They have to be performance, and they have to have the little whale logo. The Tucker ones don't have the whale logo on the chest. A lot of times they don't pick those up. Ha! This guy dares to show his face in my live. Ha! Oh, my boy. Oh, my boy. The tears are still falling from his face. When's the whatnot? I haven't decided yet. Maybe later this week. It'll be at like 8:30, but I definitely will advertise it. What I need to do is get everything out, get it hangered up, and see if I have enough for it, whatnot. Nifty is amazing. Started it on Friday night. Sold 31 things on Saturday. Everybody just do it, as Nike would say, as Suzanne would say. Agreed. I know this guy right here would agree too. When I first started Nifty, before it even cross-listed, I had so many sales from sitting out offers on eBay and all the renewals and all that stuff. I've never gotten back to that point of how many items I had listed. I sold so much so quick when I started. I've never been able to catch back up. Speaking of this guy, tighten up. The Colts beat the Titan over the weekend by 21 points. Ever since I've known this clown right here, K-Way Shop, what is it? We're 5-0 against him. The Colts are 5-0 against his team. So basically, I own that character. But yeah, it was probably K-Way lowballing me. I looked at the ID. It wasn't K-Way. I actually lowballed him on something over the weekend. K-Way, did you see that on that Polo Ralph Lauren polo with the big matador on it? I lowballed you. No, I mean I offered you $50 for it. You have it at $200. You haven't sold it. Should have accepted it. I was offered $12 for a lamb leather Elliott jacket. Nope. Yeah, get out of here. People are going to try to get deals. It is what it is. So basically, you're bad luck. What? No, I'm a winner is what I am. Basically, I'm a winner. Basically, let's keep talking about golf. Something that guy doesn't do. I know that. This is Bobby Jones. Normally, I would not buy Bobby Jones, but it had the Masters logo on it. For all those people talking about Georgia earlier, this is for you. Bobby Jones on Poshmark, $20, polo shirt. Happy to get rid of that right before fall and winter. This thing would be sitting till next year. Or I'm good luck. I don't understand. You're neither or. Are you still half asleep? You're neither or. Your team is bad. We smoked you. to be honest, you're nobody. You're not good luck. You're not bad luck. You're a nobody. I don't even think anyone in here knows you. Next items are a Tommy Bahama. Dang it. Would show up in here and I'd sell Tommy Bahama. All right, Tommy Bahama, which I really don't like picking up a lot of Tommy Bahama, but these pants seem to do well. Tommy Bahama, they have a name to them. I don't have my Poshmark pulled up, but they are like the performance golf pants, right? So they feel like a Lululemon or something. Performance golf pants. Good pickup right there. But now I am going to have to go to my Poshmark because I have these two labels messed up. So they're right next to each other and I just messed them up. Let's see. How do I have these listed as? Tommy Bahama Island Zone 5-pocket performance pants. 5-pocket performance pants. Got it. Going to more. So those are the 5-pocket performance pants. Island Zone. What you call those. So I picked these up now. And those sold for, where's TV? Where's TV? 20 bucks. 20 bucks. And I also pick up the shorts in those, especially they're $3.99 where I live. I can sell those for $17.99. I'll pick them up. But like other Tommy Bahama shorts, I don't pick up. It's got to be like those performance. This is an Untuck It wool quarter zip. Untuck It wool quarter zip with the herringbone pattern. Listen up, y'all. The only reason I bought this is because it was wool. And don't be mad at me at the comps because I just comped it for what I saw them listed for mostly and not so much sold for because the last 90 days was summer. With that being said, it sold for $24. Untuck It. Untuck It sweater. I don't find these sweaters very often. A lot of times when I do, they're shrunk, especially when they're wool. You would think those thrift stores would like realize, oh, these like this is a men's, but it looks like it fits a toddler. That looks shrunk. That needs to go to the bins. But they put them out. People probably buy them. 3 more items. One was a return. It sold right away. Didn't even have time to put it back. That was this Van Heusen. Again, not a brand I'd pick up, but when it's new with tags and it's stretchy, I'm going to pick it up because it sells quick. As you guys always say, new with tag items sell pretty quickly. Van Heusen, these sold for 20 bucks, I think. I don't even know. I don't even know if I put it on there. They sold for 20 bucks. Van Heusen, 20 bucks. VH, 20 bucks on those. Again, sending all these things out in ground because Poshmark does not let you put it in priority yet, and I have not got my ground items in or my ground packaging in yet. Plan to though. Excited to. Van Heusen. Obviously, don't pick those up used. Next item, let's say the best for last. Next item was a BKE, another pair of BKE pants. Really good one here. These sold for 29 bucks. Good pair of BKE here. These were a size 38 by 34. That's a pretty good size. People can tailor those up to whatever they want. Jake Straight. Nice dark fit. $7.99 into 30. I'll take it that. Gonna put that in an eBay bag, even though it's sold on Poshmark. Don't care. Don't care. Nick, I don't mean to compliment K-Way, but promoted Untuck It's fly for me. They're better than the data says they should. Yes. So for some reason, I don't know why, a reputation of Untuck It's that I don't get them. K-Way shop. Yeah, I do. I do get them and I do sell them. Let me see. Yeah, agreed. Untuck It. But what I don't get are the plain cotton, plain Untuck It's. They've got to be a little bit special, like a performance blend or something like that. Let's go over to good old Nifty. Let's see. Let's see what's over on Nifty. I'm going to go to my inventory. Going to go to sold. Untuck It. All right, so here's my Untuck It's that I've sold. Shirt, 22, 20, 20, 22, 20, 19, 19, 21. So I sell a ton of Untuck shirts. And you can see about the price I sell them at, about $20 Untuck It shirts. And then there's that sweater that just sold on Poshmark and it got delisted from the other ones. So I do sell UNTUCKit. It just got to be a little special. But what is special is this double RL. Another double RL shirt. This one is a medium men's, just regular button shirt like this. It's got the work pockets in the front. So don't at me with this. Little work pockets in the front. This sold for, I don't even know, $108. $108 on Poshmark. So that's good. Good money. I'm always used to just my eBay payouts. I love now going over to Poshmark and be like, oh, there's a $400 payout. That's nice. It's like a bonus. It's like my side hustle. It's my side hustle. It's my Poshmark. And that's it, everybody. Thanks for coming in today. Glad to come in on a Monday, shipping a bunch of orders. Hopefully you had some good sales over the weekend. Again, Poshmark popping off for me. Order those shipping supplies ASAP if you haven't yet. I already did. I'll let you know when mine come in, and I'll show them to you live when they do come in. But yeah, have a great rest of the day. I'll be back later this week live at some point. I'll always post information over on Facebook a lot and Instagram, and of course YouTube. So appreciate you guys.